Alright, everybody, welcome into my new tutorial series for 7 Days to Die. We're in Alpha 20, Bravo 218. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just kind of jump right into this thing. So we're going to do a new game. And we're going to just do a Alpha 20 tutorial series. Okay, everything is basic. Everything is default, I should say. The only thing it's not is I have airdrops on. Outside of that, everything else is default. Okay. So once we load in here, we're going to go through the motions of the beginning stages. I'm going to talk about some of that stuff. Alrighty, here we go. We are officially loaded in. And we spawned on a road, which is cool. So go ahead and read this on your own. It doesn't really tell you anything too much about the game, but go ahead and pause the video if you want to read through this stuff. Okay, so first thing you want to do when you spawn in, just kind of look around, kind of see what's out there. Alright, so we have a little bit of a settlement right here. Doesn't look like it's too big of a town. But, so, first thing we're going to do is talk about the safe area. So when you first spawn in, you're going to be in a safe area. Okay, I don't remember the exact radius of the safe area, but it's a specified radius for a specified amount of time, and no zombies are going to come get you. Okay, nothing can hurt you for that little amount of time. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is that upper right hand corner where it says craft a bedroll and gather plant fibers. These are your quests. They're your introductory quests, and you're just going to knock them out. Okay, so if you want to see them, you just go over here to your quest tab and your basic survival, and it's gonna plays it right here. But it tells you what to do, so we're just gonna go hit some plant fibers. Okay. Your left mouse button is your traditional, and your right is your power attack. Okay, so if you notice in the bottom left how my stamina goes down slowly as I punch, but it regens pretty quickly, right? But when I use a power attack, it drops and it pauses, and then it starts to rebuild. So be careful when you're using a power attacks when you find yourself in the heat of the moment. Okay, so we're going to go through these quests real quick, and then we're going to go from there. All right, so open up your inventory, just hit tab. There it is. We're going to craft a bedroll. This is your cube. Okay. Once this is done, it is going to, there we go. So shift and click, it will automatically put it in the first free space in your hotbar. All right, so it's going to look down at the ground, your bed. It's all really elevated, so let's find something a little more flat. So in order to place an item, you right click. Okay, once you do that, your bed is there. So now if I die, say over there, I will have the option to spawn on my bed, which I'll be like right here, or near my bed, which will be somewhere in a surrounding area. Okay, pick up your bed in the beginning, because you don't want, like, so let's say this town wasn't here. Let's say we were just in an open area. If I die, I leave my bed here, I'm going to come all the way back to spawn. Okay, so just a good rule of thumb. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we need to gather some wood, gather some small stones. So if you see these little icons right here, that is showing you for the tutorial portion where some of these items are. Okay, here's wood. Got what I need. I know I'm going to gather a little bit more. Let's go ahead and gather this bird nest because it's right here. We'll need that later. There's some more wood, stone. So we've got everything we need to craft a stone axe. Okay. This W and this S, by the way, there's the hotkeys, so you can hit those, favorite them, do whatever you want to do. Okay. So drag this down to our hotbar. Now we're going to put it in our hand and go from there. So we still need to gather some more plant fibers. Remember, as you use tools, as you use weapons, they're going to degrade. Okay. So if you look in the bottom left, where it says, has the stone axe in level 1, and the little brown bar, it slowly is going to go down as I keep using this item. Okay. Brown is the lowest, purple is the highest. The colors in between are orange, light yellow, green, blue, then purple. Okay. And numbers corresponding. So now I'm going to craft some plant fiber pants, shirt, let those queue up. And you don't have to sit here, by the way, and just look at it. I'm just doing it for the sake of, we're still in the safe area. So now it wants us to wear it. So again, we can just click wear, or we can hit W and it will automatically wear it. Okay, so now it wants us to gather some more wood. You can get wood from these little plants, or you can go chop down a tree. Totally up to you. It's whatever you want to do. But it's early. We don't really need a whole lot of stuff right now. So we're just going to kind of gather as we go. All right. So now it wants us to craft a wooden club. Craft that club. Spot here. Get some of this stuff out of our hotbar that we don't need right away. Okay. So now it needs to gather some more wood. You see how long this can take in the beginning. So try to when you go to gather stuff, really think about what you're gathering and what the time you're going to spend on it. Because in the beginning, it's going to be pretty grindy. Okay, survival games are grindy. It's just the nature of the beast. So now we're going to craft a bow and an arrow. So we've already gathered. So had I not gathered those bird's nest initially, it would have me gather arrows. So we have, or gather feathers. I only have 1 stone. That's not good. We're just going to go smack this rock for a bit. Oh, there's some. We're going to gather a little bit of stone here. We're not going to do this whole rock. We're just going to do a little bit here just to gather a little bit of stone. Okay. Get back over to the road so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. All right, so I'm going to go back in. These are your frames. These frames are going to become something you carry with you all the time. They're just really good for most situations. Put them in the hotbar. Again, place it. And, you know, I should have probably talked about rotation. So let's just go to a different shape, right? Let's go to, I don't know, let's pick this. Okay, so this is this. If you left click, it will rotate that item. Just so you know. So now it wants us to upgrade it. So in order to upgrade, you have to right click. Now you're done. Now it wants us to build a campfire. Build a campfire. And place it. Now you have completed your tasks. So it's going to give you the trader task, right? It's going to talk about how you did a really good job. You're going to get 4 points using skill points. The trader, we're going to do that eventually. We're not going to do that right now. It's not going to go anywhere, okay? But it is not part of your initial 8 tasks. So now if we go into the skills tab, we have 4 points to spend. All right, so we're going to talk about these just for a brief second. All right, so you have 5 skill trees you can spec into. This one is your books. You will find these while looting from the trader, you know, whatever. As you get more, you know, it has a an 8th thing that is once you complete the 7 series of books. Okay, but yeah, perception, which has a bunch of different skills in here. I'll let you guys kind of. I'm not going to go through each individual one. There's too much to go through. But you have things like lucky looter. As you spec into this, then you have this. But if you go here, you need perception level 2 in order to spec into it. So you'd have to put 1 point in here, and then put 1 point into perception itself. Here, you have perception 2. So then you can come back to lucky looter and actually do this one. So it's like that for all of them. So you have your strength tree, which covers your shotguns and your clubs and sledgehammers. You have some heavy armor stuff in here. Your mining stuff. Gathering, you have fortitude, which is brawler. So you have brawler, machine gunner. Brawlers like hands. You can get brass knuckles, stuff like that. Some other stuff in here. And then agility and intellect. Intellect is super important because you have advanced engineering, so you can create things for electricity, all the other kinds of stuff. Grease monkeys, so you can make vehicles once you find them, like the schematics for them and stuff like that. Position, to be able to unlock other things. So all these things have unlocks. Okay, so we're not going to go too in depth. I just wanted to kind of show you that. Okay, now our main goal right now is to find somewhere to shack up for the night. All right, so 2,200 hours every night. The sun goes down, obviously, and the zombies become feral. Okay, so that means that they're gonna start running, and they're gonna. Whoa, that was some crazy lag. So we're gonna have. Zombies are going to start running. Their HP is going to be higher. They will track you a little bit easier. So you want to try to get to a safe spot, especially if you're new to the game. Best advice I can give you is try to find something like this, right? A little flat-topped building. It won't take much at all to clear out. And you can get yourself onto the roof pretty easily. We're going to do this little appliance store right here, okay? So as you just noticed, I started walking automatically because after you start sprinting, stamina is going to go down. And as you spec into it, it won't be as bad and as painful. But in the beginning, you can't sprint for very long and your stamina is going to go down. And your stamina takes a little bit of time to refill, okay? Along with your stamina, let's make sure there's no zombies around. Okay. So along with your stamina, if you go into your character tab, you go to the little stats bar, you have your health, your stamina, okay? You have your food and water. It's a survival game, you have to have food and water, right? So your food is going to affect stamina. As your stamina goes down, your hunger is going to be down. As you eat, your stamina will refill back up. Okay, as far as the base amount goes. For water, you just need that. Just need water. You got to stay hydrated. Okay, so we're going to clear this place out real quick. I'm not going to go too in depth. We're just going to kind of, and this lag is insane. We're just going to kind of clear this place out real quick, and shack up for the night. That is our first goal. Find a place to shack up. Dog in there. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. In the event that we die, we're going to set ourselves up for success. We're going to come over here, place on our bedroll. Okay, now we're going to go clear this place out. So it's important to note in 7 days that you have all of the POIs, which are what all these buildings are. Okay, points of interest. This lag is crazy. So there is only one way in that the developers of the game want you to go in to a POI, right? And you have to figure out what that is. So sometimes it's a door, but this one's locked, so they obviously don't want you to go in that way. You have to kind of look around and see where they want you to go in at. Here, looks like all this is blocked out, so maybe... Okay. There's lots of new POIs, so I don't know. I've actually never done this one before. This is the newer one that I don't recognize it. So we might just have to break in and then find the entrance. I'm not seeing one. So there's the light. Maybe it wants you to go up the top? Nope, maybe not. I don't see a ladder anywhere. We might just have to break in the door. I'm not seeing another way to get in. So I think we're just going to break in. I'll be back in a sec. This is going to take a second. Alright, so the door's almost gone. So we're going to bust in here and clear out the zombies. Okay, so always make sure that you have a clear way out, just in case. You can kind of peek in a bit, see if there's anything in here. The zombies do have a sleeper mechanic. Yep, there they are. So they will fall from the ceilings, or they'll be peeking behind corners. You turn a corner, there'll be like 3 of them standing there. So you're just going to come through. You're just going to hit them. Do the best you can. Okay, so it's early game, so you want to try to maintain distance. You're just going to use your regular attacks, hit them where you can. So you're going to notice that some zombies, they're going to fall to the ground. Okay, just like that. They're going to fall down. They're not dead yet. You didn't get the XP. They're going to get back up. If you don't have 7 zombies in front of you, you can come up on them, hit them for a little bit higher damage. Okay, and it's like a little bit of a bonus. All right, but most of the time, you're just going to sit here. Especially early game, you're just going to kind of kite them around, hit them when you can, and try to stay out of reach. If they hit you early game, we're not wearing any armor. We're going to take a decent amount of damage. On top of, you can get infected. Getting infected in this game is horrible at the beginning because you have no way to heal yourself. Alright, so there's a couple ways to do it, but early game it's not as easy as just taking a pill because you have to find the pills. Or you have to find honey, which if we find a tree stump, we can talk about that later. But we're just going to kill these zombies. Go through the motions here. Stamina. Not dead yet. You want to try to aim for the head. You'll get used to it. You'll kind of see how it all works and get used to it. But we're going to come in here, kill all these guys. What I like to do typically is go through and kill before I start looting. But I've been playing this game for so long that now, early game, it doesn't really matter to me. I know there's a dog out here. I remember seeing him. Dogs early game are going to be kind of rough. There he is. So try to bum rush him. Dogs hit pretty hard, so... Oh, out of stamina. Got him. Thank goodness. Okay. So if you look on the left, right above that little coat, it says the little 9-minute mark, and then it has a bone broken. So I have an ailment. If you go and look, I have a sprained leg. Right? So if you click on it, it tells you what that means. So it says your leg is sprained and slowing you down. This will take time to heal. Jumping or sprinting will delay the healing or even hurt you. Further critical hits may result in a broken leg. Okay. So my max health has been lowered by almost 30. All right. So until my sprained leg goes away, my health is going to be at 70. All right. Even if I ate food, it's not going to matter. Okay. So real quick, since we have this dog here, these corpse boxes or the gore blocks right here. So if you take this bone, go to recipes, you can make a bone knife. Okay. This bone knife is good for skinning animals and to include zombie animals, right? So if you skin these, you're not going to get food you can eat, but you're going to get more bones. You can get leather. You can get, like, if you do it to a bear, you can get like bear testosterone and some other stuff. But you get animal fat and you get rotting flesh. So the rotting flesh you're going to need for farming plots. Rotting flesh is something you should be gathering all the time. From what I remember from last alpha, unless they've changed it, I haven't looked. Rotting flesh is needed for farm plots, and it takes a lot. Okay, a lot of rotting flesh to get a decent amount of farm plots. Okay, so it's like this is all cleared out. So I got to be careful sprinting. So see, if I hit the sprint bar, the bone flashes. That means it added time. Now I have to slowly walk around and do all this looting. Okay, so real quick, I think this is cleared out. Actually, you know what? Let's go. I think the ladder's outside. Yep. So let's go to the roof real quick. Kill the remaining zombies. And then from there, we can try to get set up. Okay, so there's the ladder. Oh, no way. Okay, so it's not going to let me up. There's got to be a different way to get in there. We could probably... Nope, can't climb the roof. All right, so we got to find another way in. If there is one. So it looks like there's not a traditional way in. I'm going to have to probably nerd pull up, or I can try to break out that ladder. Probably going to have to just break it out because it doesn't look like there's any other way in. So that's what we're going to do real quick. I know I'm sprinting and my legs hurt, but it'll be okay. Break this out. What's the damage on the thing? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, that's too much. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to make some more frames. I need more. We're going to make some more frames, and we're just going to nerd pull up to the top. What I mean by nerd pull is we're basically going to set a frame down, get on top of it, jump, put another frame down, and we're going to keep doing that until we get to the top. Okay. So let's get some wood here. I'm going to get these frames, and then I'm going to show you guys how to kind of nerd pull up. Oops. How to nerd pull up there. Do I even have enough right now? Probably not. That should be enough. All right, so you're just going to find a little spot, something that works. So you're just going to put a frame down, okay? Jump on top of it. You're going to jump and then right click. You're just going to keep doing that. Now we're on the roof. Done and done. Okay. Make sure nobody's kicking around up here. Look like it. Okay. So nobody's here. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to kind of just talk about a few things now that we know we're safe, all right, before nighttime hits. So looking at the skills perks. So what I always typically do is for strength tree, if I'm going to go pummel Pete because this is for clubs. I'm going to typically use clubs, at least in the beginning. I'm going to put a point into that. I'm going to put a point into sexual Tyrannosaurus, which is still under the strength tree. What this is going to do is give me reduced melee and tool stamina usage by 8% and power attacks by 15%. So it's going to take less stamina for me to use my tools. Okay. I'm going to go to the fortitude skill tree. I'm going to go all the way down and I'm going to go to healing factor. All right. So fast metabolism. I'm going to gain health slowly over time. So, you know, it doesn't seem like it's huge in the beginning, but it will be huge, especially if you're running low on food or you're getting unlucky and you're not finding a lot of food. It is very beneficial. And you don't have to do these, by the way. These are just the ones I'm doing and the ones I recommend for new people. Okay, so then now you have options. You can either go in perception and you can put things into like something like lucky looter, so you hope to get better loot. I don't recommend it. You can do animal tracker, so it's easier to find animals and stuff like that. I wouldn't. There's the agility tree. I'm not a huge fan. If you like the bow, you can spec into the bow, but I personally not a huge fan. What I'm probably going to do is maybe go into advanced engineering. So, maybe not. So you're now a blacksmith and able to forge iron and other materials. So this should unlock. This should unlock forges. Okay, so it doesn't say it anymore, but it says craft. Oh, no, it does. I'm dumb. So craft forges and craft items. So now we can make a forge. All right, so now I've used all my points, and now I can craft forges, which you're going to need forges for literally everything. So real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and loot this stuff. All right, let's see if any more of that is going to break out on me. Okay, so when this stuff falls through, the idea is that you're going to fall through on it. But so what I'm going to do is loot this building up real quick. I'm just probably going to time lapse it, and then once we're done with that, we'll kind of get set up here on the roof and go from there. Okay. So while I'm thinking about it, when you see stuff like this, where before I break it, where it says, you know, working stiff sealed shipping crate or, you know, whatever, you know, popping pills, whatever, you have to break it first and then you can loot it. Okay, so everything's looted. So now at this point, all we're gonna do is just kind of get a little bit set up here. So we're gonna fill in these holes, kind of police some of this stuff up, get it nice and chilled out, and then I get set up here. And then from there, once I get all set up, then we will go a little bit more in depth on a few of the other things, and then we'll probably call it a video. Okay, so give me just a minute. Okay, so we're back down here. Okay, I went and gathered a little bit of wood, got some stone, just so I could have a little bit of stuff to show you guys this. So what we're gonna do right now, because this ladder is completely useless to us right now, we're gonna go ahead and just set something up. All right, so you want it to set it up to where zombies can't jump up and get to you. All right, so if we put it on the corner, we're gonna have to break out this trash. But we're gonna put it on the corner. If you put one up, zombies can still climb on that. If you put two up, you can jump up to it and get the ladder, but they can't jump up and get it unless they stack on each other or jump on something that's close by to get up there. Okay, we're gonna put ladders up, come up, jump right up. Might have to take out this block here, but we're not gonna do that because I think probably. Oh, that's just wood. Okay, we'll knock this out real fast. So now, oops, what we're gonna do, kind of go to the edge here. I'm gonna place this block. Oh, you're not gonna let me do it, are you? Because this is taking up the block. Okay, so this is a good teaching point. So this little panel right here is taking up this whole block. All right, so I'm going to have to break out this panel right here, which is going to take forever in order to place a block here. Okay, because blocks take up one whole piece, right? So because that panel is taking up, even though it's on the left side of the block here, let's see if I can get a better angle here. Even though it's, even though it's taking up just a small portion, it is actually taking up this entire block, right? So I can't put anything on this block right now. So let me knock this thing out real quick, and then we'll get back to this. Okay, here we go. We've also got some visitors, but I'm not worried about her right now. So now we can actually place this block. So we're going to place one here. Place one. Oh, this pole's in the way. That's actually okay. So start on this side. Inch our way over. Block here. Here. Inch over. Just got to be careful. And put a block here. So because this little pipe right here is taking up this whole block, it still has structural integrity. So right now I'm not going to worry about it. So we're going to rotate this thing so the handle is facing the building. Place it down. There you go. So all I did was made some ladders, and then I made a hatch. Okay, so you just rotate the hatch around to where it opens away from you. That way you don't get caught up in it and everything else. Okay. So now you are officially safe, and you just kind of hang out up here overnight, where you can go looting, do whatever you want to do. But for the sake of educational purposes, what we're going to do is wait. I will probably end up doing nothing through the night. I might repair some of this stuff and whatever. But the next episode, we will go into more in-depth stuff. We're going to go into day 2. There's nothing to do over the night, so there's nothing really for you there. So we'll pick up next episode in the morning of day 2. So if you guys enjoyed this, if you guys want to see more, if you have anything that I missed, anything, just like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Just let me know. Let me know if you guys like this series, if you like the idea, if you want me to go a little bit faster, am I going too slow? You know, kind of tell me what you guys want to see, okay? And we'll adjust from there. But until then, I will see you guys next time.